Welcome back to Talk Tickers, where we help you understand those crazy earnings calls.
That's right, trying to make sense of it all.
And today, we're taking a deep dive into HubSpot's Q4 2024 report. So let's get right to it.
Yeah, jump right in. They had a solid finish to the year, really leaning into this whole AI thing.
AI is everywhere these days. But first, the numbers. HubSpot's revenue jumped 20% year over year in Q4. That's got to be good news for investors.
Oh, absolutely. In constant currency, too, which is important to note.
Right, of course. So it's not just some currency fluctuation trickery.
Exactly. And they didn't just grow, they grew profitably.
Profitability, music to every investor's ears.
For sure. Their operating margin was a very healthy 19% for the quarter and 17.5% for the whole year.
Wow, that's impressive. What's driving that kind of performance?
Well, their multi-hub platform strategy seems to be working. More and more of their higher-paying customers are using like 4 or more of their hubs.
So they're not just buying one product, they're really buying into the whole HubSpot ecosystem.
Exactly. And that number's up 7% from last year. It seems like businesses are seeing the value in having all their marketing and sales and service and, all their operations tools all in one place.
Yeah, it's kind of a one-stop shop approach, streamlining everything.
And they're not just winning over small businesses either. They're also making a splash with some bigger companies.
Really? I thought HubSpot was mainly for smaller businesses.
They've been making a push to attract larger clients.
Interesting. How are they doing that?
Well, for example, they've added features like sensitive data support and other, enterprise-grade stuff.
So they're stepping up their game to meet the needs of those larger companies.
Exactly. And their large deals actually grew by, by a very solid 21% year over year.
That's not too shabby at all. Okay, so they're doing well, growing profitably, attracting larger clients. But we have to talk about the elephant in the room, right? The one thing everyone's buzzing about these days.
Oh, yeah, AI, of course.
Exactly. HubSpot is aiming to be and I'm quoting here, the AI-first customer platform. Are those just empty words, or are they putting their money where their mouth is?
I think it's more than just talk. They're making some serious moves in the AI space. For example, their Content Hub has been seeing some crazy growth.
Content Hub.
Yeah, it's where they have all their content marketing tools and stuff. And they've added some really interesting AI features, like this thing called Content Remix.
Content Remix, what's that all about?
It lets users repurpose their content, quickly and easily. And that seems to be a big driver of adoption.
Makes sense. It's all about working smarter, not harder, right? So it sounds like they're not just talking about AI, they're actually using it to improve their own products and services.
Exactly. And they're even using AI to handle things like customer support tickets and to qualify sales leads.
So they're really drinking their own champagne, so to speak. Leading by example.
I like that, drinking their own champagne. And that's actually one of the things that I find really interesting about their approach to AI.
What do you mean?
It's not just like, oh, here's this cool AI feature, let's tack it on. They're really trying to make AI a core part of their whole platform.
So it's more integrated, more holistic.
Exactly. And we'll dig into that more a little later.
Sounds good. We've covered a lot already, their financial performance, the move to attract larger clients, and of course, this big push into AI. But we've just scratched the surface. Let's take a deeper dive into some of these areas.
Let's do it. Okay, so where were we?
We were about to dive deeper into HubSpot's AI strategy.
Right, AI. It's the big story here. HubSpot's making a pretty bold claim, saying they're going to be the AI-first customer platform.
AI first. It's a catchy phrase, but what does it actually mean in practice? What makes their approach to AI different?
Well, they talked about a couple things. One is this idea of unifying what they call structured and unstructured data.
Structured and unstructured data. Okay, I'm not sure I get the difference. Explain it like I'm 5.
All right, so think of it this way. Traditional CRM systems, they're really good at managing structured data. Names, companies, contact details, all that nice, neat stuff.
The kind of stuff you'd see on a spreadsheet.
Exactly. But the thing is, so much valuable customer information actually lives in what's called unstructured data. Think things like call transcripts, emails, social media interactions.
Right, all that messy stuff.
Yeah.
That's hard to organize and analyze.
Exactly. And that's where HubSpot is trying to bridge the gap. They're already strong on the structured data front, but they're recognizing the power of this unstructured data, and they're figuring out how to bring it all together.
So it's not just about having the data, It's about making sense of it all.
Right. And they gave this really interesting example during the call. Imagine being able to create a list of all the sales calls where a specific competitor was mentioned.
That would be super valuable intel.
Totally. And then you could even filter that list to only include the deals that were won.
Ah, so now you can analyze the calls and figure out what your sales team did, right?
Exactly. You can pinpoint the specific talking points that seem to be most effective in closing those deals.
So you're basically combining the what from the structured data with the why from the unstructured data.
Exactly. And their acquisition of Frame AI kind of takes us to a whole other level by analyzing this unstructured data like in real time. So you get instant insights as conversations are happening.
Wow, that's next level. So they're not just bringing this data together, they're doing it in a way that makes the insights immediately actionable.
Yep. And this brings us to their second point. Context AI agents need more than just data. They need context to really understand the big picture.
Okay, so what does that mean in practice? How are they giving their AI context?
Think of it this way. Imagine you have a bunch of specialists who are brilliant in their own little areas, but
Yeah.
they can't communicate or collaborate with each other. They'd be missing out on crucial information, right?
Yeah, it'd be like having your marketing team, sales team, and customer support team all working in silos. Totally inefficient.
Exactly. HubSpot understands that AI can't just operate in isolation. They need to see the whole customer journey. So they're bringing together their system of record, the data, their system of engagement, the hubs, and their system of action, AI-powered execution. So these AI agents have all the information they need to make smart decisions.
So it's about giving the AI a 360-degree view of the customer.
Exactly. And then there's the AI agent ecosystem. That's the collaborative piece of the puzzle.
Right, I was curious about that. They're not just building AI for themselves, they're actually inviting others to participate. Why is that so important to them?
Because they believe that the future is all about this collaboration between humans and AI agents. The idea is that AI can handle the more routine tasks, freeing up human teams to focus on the more strategic, creative, high-value work.
So it's not about replacing humans, it's about augmenting them. AI handles the grunt work. Humans do what they do best.
Precisely. And to make this vision a reality, they've built this platform called Agent AI, where developers can create and share these specialized AI agents.
And are people actually using it?
Oh, yeah. They shared some impressive numbers. During the call, they said that in just 6 months, they grew the user base of Agent AI tenfold, from 50,000 to over 500,000 users. And they've empowered like over 5,000 developers to build their own agents using their low-code tools.
Wow, that's incredible growth. So they're not just building AI into their platform, they're fostering this whole community around it.
Exactly. And that could be a real game changer if they pull it off.
Absolutely. But how about their own internal use of AI? How is that going?
They're definitely practicing what they preach. They're using AI to transform their own operations and really lead by example. For instance, their AI support bot now handles a whopping 35% of their support tickets, all while maintaining really high customer satisfaction.
That's huge. And that's just the beginning, right?
Right. They're aiming to boost that number to over 50% in 2025.
So they're really seeing the benefits of AI firsthand.
Absolutely. And their AI sales bot is another workhorse. It resolves over 80% of their website chat inquiries. And they're even using AI to revolutionize sales prospecting. AI-powered communications and automation generated over 10,000 meetings for their sales team in Q4 alone.
So they're not just automating tasks, they're actually using AI to generate real leads and opportunities. That's really impressive.
It is. They're proving that AI isn't just about cutting costs. It's about working smarter, serving customers better, and ultimately driving growth.
So it sounds like HubSpot's strategy is all about weaving AI into every aspect of their platform and their operations, while also building this thriving community of developers and partners around the technology.
Yep. It's a bold vision. It'll be fascinating to see if they can actually pull it off.
Totally.
Yeah.
But what does all this mean for investors?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? What do we
Yeah.
make of all this? What's the takeaway for someone looking at HubSpot as an investment?
Right, because at the end of the day, that's what we're here to talk about.
HubSpot's strategic direction is a strong signal that they see the future of customer relationship management as this more integrated AI-powered experience. They're putting their money where their mouth is.
So for investors, it's not just about looking at the numbers. It's about understanding the bigger picture.
Right.
AI is going to have a massive impact on how businesses operate and how they interact with their customers. HubSpot's betting big that they can be at the forefront of that transformation.
Exactly. And their strong performance this quarter, combined with this really innovative approach to AI, makes them a company to watch very closely in the coming years.
All right, now for the part of the show, our listeners always love the This Is Not Financial Advice segment. Time to let loose and have some fun.
Let's get wild. Yeah, it's exciting stuff. They're really pushing the boundaries.
It'll be interesting to see how their strategy evolves and how their competitors respond.
Speaking of competitors, that brings us back to our "This is not financial advice" segment.
Where we throw all caution to the wind and, just indulge in some wild speculation.
Gotta have a little fun, right?
Exactly. So, just to recap, our outrageous, totally hypothetical, not at all serious trade idea was to short competitor one and go long on HubSpot.
Yep, that was it. The thinking there being that HubSpot's, all-in-one platform with their, deep integration of AI might make them a more attractive option over the long term.
Right. Especially for businesses that are looking for a comprehensive solution as opposed to a bunch of different point solutions.
It's a plausible scenario, especially as AI becomes more and more central to, how businesses operate and manage their customer relationships.
Absolutely. Of course, we have to reiterate, this is just for entertainment purposes only. We are not financial advisors, so please don't take this as actual investment advice. Do your own research, folks.
Always a good reminder.
But it's a fun thought experiment nonetheless. All right, as we wrap up today's episode, it's clear that HubSpot's Q4 earnings call gave us a lot to think about. Not just in terms of their financial performance, but also their vision for the future.
Yeah, they're definitely not just playing the AI game. They're aiming to change the rules of the game.
And that's the key takeaway for our listeners today. HubSpot is positioning themselves not just as a participant in the AI revolution, but as a leader. They're betting big on AI.
And it's going to be fascinating to see how that bet plays out.
Absolutely. They're definitely raising the bar for the entire CRM world. It'll be interesting to see how their competitors respond.
Yeah, the pressure is on.
So for investors, industry watchers, or anyone who's just curious about how technology is changing the world, HubSpot is a company to keep on your radar. Their journey into the AI-powered future is just beginning.
And like any good journey, it will have its twists and turns.
That's what makes it so exciting. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive into HubSpot's Q4 2024 earnings call. We hope you found it insightful.
And as always, we encourage you to do your own research and draw your own conclusions.
Until next time, keep those tickers talking.